Do you know how much horsepower is one horse? Or what color was the Statue of Liberty? And is Everest actually the highest mountain in the world? We are yet to find out. Welcome to FactFrenzy, where curiosity meets discovery. Get ready to embark on an extraordinary journey through the most fascinating and mind-boggling facts that will leave you awestruck. These amazing facts are not just meant to be heard but shared with everyone in your circle. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest mind-blowing content from FactFrenzy. Number 1. Does 1 horsepower equal 1 horse? Not quite. It's a common misconception that 1 horsepower is equal to the peak power production of a horse, which is capable of a maximum of around 14.9 horsepower. By comparison, a human being is capable of approximately 5 horsepower at peak power production. Number 2. The Statue of Liberty is an iconic blue-green symbol of freedom. But did you know she wasn't always that color? When France gifted Lady Liberty to the United States, she was a 305-foot statue with reddish-brown copper skin. When the statue was unveiled in 1886, it was a shiny brown color, like a penny. By 1906, the color had changed to green. The reason the Statue of Liberty changed colors is that the outer surface is covered with hundreds of thin copper sheets. Copper reacts with the air to form a patina or verdigris. Number 3. Upon their return to Earth in 1969, the Apollo 11 crew, including Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, were quarantined in a special facility for 3 weeks. As being the first humans on the moon, it wasn't known if they'd bring back any mystery moon germs or not. And do you believe that they really landed on the moon? Write in the comments. Number 4. Is it true that honey never spoils? Natural, properly preserved honey will not expire. In 2015, archaeologists reported that they'd found 3,000-year-old honey while excavating tombs in Egypt, and it was perfectly edible. While most of us don't need to worry about honey that old, their discovery proves that if properly contained, real honey can last for a very, very long time. Once the nectar is deposited in the honeycomb, the bees fan it furiously with their wings to speed up the water's evaporation. The honey's low water content and high acidity are the 2 main reasons. It doesn't spoil the bacteria that cause food to go off, can't thrive in these conditions. Number 5. Earth's rotation is changing speed. It's actually slowing. This means that, on average, the length of a day increases by around 1.8 seconds per century. 600 million years ago, a day lasted just 21 hours. Too bad it's so slow. Because I wanted one day to be at least 36 hours. Maybe then I'll have time to sleep. Number 6. Your brain is constantly eating itself. This process is called phagocytosis, where cells envelop and consume smaller cells or molecules to remove them from the system. Don't worry. Phagocytosis isn't harmful, but actually helps preserve your gray matter. Number 7. The strongest muscle in the body is the tongue? We have to break it to you that tongue is not the strongest muscle in the body. The tongue itself is a muscle, and it contains at least 8 different muscles which are intertwined by creating a very flexible matrix. The strongest muscle in the body is masseter, which is responsible for lifting up the jaw. With all muscles of the jaw working together, it can close the teeth with a force as great as 55 pounds or 25 kilograms on the incisors or 200 pounds or 90.7 kilograms on the molars. Number 8. Animals can experience time differently from humans. To smaller animals, the world around them moves more slowly compared to humans. Salamanders and lizards, for example, experience time more slowly than cats and dogs. This is because the perception of time depends on how quickly the brain can process incoming information. Number 9. Water might not be wet. This is because most scientists define wetness as a liquid's ability to maintain contact with a solid surface. Meaning that water itself is not wet, but can make other objects wet. But if you define wet as made of liquid or moisture, as some do, then water and all other liquids can be considered wet. Number 10. Are you afraid of long words? Well, this phobia has a name. Hippopotamonstrosesquiptaliophobia. The 36-letter word was first used by the Roman poet Horace in the 1st century BC to criticize those writers with an unreasonable penchant for long words. It was American poet Amy Nezukamathathil, possibly afraid of their own surname, who coined the term how we know it in 2000. Number 11. Mount Everest isn't the tallest mountain on Earth. The tallest mountain in the world from base to peak is Mauna Kea, a long-dormant volcano in Hawaii, USA. In total, it is approximately 10,205 meters in height, taller than Mount Everest, 8,849 meters. Over half of Mauna Kea is underwater in the Pacific Ocean. But yes, Everest is the highest point on our planet. Number 12. The next fact totally blew my mind. This is an old chainsaw prototype. In 1780, two Scottish doctors invented the prototype of the chainsaw. Not to cut down trees or clear debris. No, John Aitken and James Jeffrey invented the hand-cranked chainsaw to help aid and speed up the process of symphysiotomy and removal of disease-laden bone during childbirth. It wasn't until the start of the 20th century that we started using chainsaws for wood chopping. Number 13. Football teams wearing red kits play better. Yes, I know there will be a lot of controversy now. But according to a study, the color of your clothes can affect how you're perceived by others and change how you feel. A review of football matches in the last 55 years, for example, showed that teams wearing a red kit consistently played better in home matches than teams in any other color. What colors does your favorite team play with? Write in the comments. Number 14. Snails have teeth. Between 1,000 and 12,000 teeth, to be precise. They aren't like ours, though, so don't be thinking about snails with ridiculous toothy grins. You'll find the snail's tiny teeth all over its file-like tongue. Snails eat with a jaw and a flexible band of thousands of microscopic teeth, called a radula. The radula scrapes up, or rasps, food particles, and the jaw cuts off larger pieces of food, like a leaf, to be rasped by the radula. Number 15. Hippos can't swim. Hippos really do have big bones, so big and dense, in fact, that they're barely buoyant at all. They don't swim and instead perform a slow-motion gallop on the riverbed or on the seafloor. In fact, hippos can even sleep underwater, thanks to a built-in reflex that allows them to bob up, take a breath, and sink back down without waking. Number 16. You travel 2.5 million kilometers a day around the sun without realizing. The Earth's orbit travels around 2.5 million kilometers with respect to the sun's center, and around 19 million kilometers with respect to the center of the Milky Way. Number 17. There are more bacterial cells in your body than human cells. The average human is around 56% bacteria. This was discovered in a 2016 study and is far less than the earlier estimates of 90%. As bacteria are so light, however, by weight, each person is over 99.7% human. Number 18. Camels have different ways to adapt to their environment. They have not one, not two, but three eyelids. Called a nictitating membrane, the transparent lid helps keep out sand and dust. It can even improve vision, like a contact lens. Also, 2 rows of long lashes protect their eyes. Many animals, including dogs, cats, sharks, and some birds and amphibians, also have third eyelids. Number 19. Chocolate can kill dogs. Chocolate consists of an ingredient called theobromine, similar to caffeine, that is toxic to dogs. Dogs are not capable of breaking it down or metabolizing theobromine as humans can. Theobromine majorly affects a dog's central nervous system, heart, and kidneys. Please, do not feed the animals with chocolate. Number 20. Women blink nearly twice as much as men. This is pure myth. Blink rates are pretty identical of both the sexes. Scientists have suggested that the interval between blink is nearly about 10 seconds, so an average person blinks about 10 times per minute. Another interesting fact is that we blink less frequently if our eyes are focused on one thing. For instance, while you read, you only blink 3 times per minute because while reading you are very focused. I hope you don't blink a lot while watching FactFrenzy, which will mean you like it. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the world of amazing facts. If you enjoyed discovering mind-boggling tidbits of knowledge with us, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more fascinating content from FactFrenzy. Remember, the quest for knowledge never ends, and there's always something new to learn and explore. Share these amazing facts with your friends, family, and colleagues to spark conversations and inspire curiosity wherever you go.